In this lecture, we will do a deep dive into inheritance. First, as you can see, I did 3 new Java classes: airplane, car, and vehicle. First, vehicle, as you remember, is an abstract class. The way we are going to do it is public, using the keyword abstract class vehicle. And as you remember, those 2 attributes are in common to my airplane and car class that will extend vehicle. As you remember also, I do not want to instantiate this class because it is abstract. So I don't need at all to do a constructor. Okay? All I have to do are my getters and setters. That's what I did. Let's jump to airplane class, public class airplane. And the way I'm going to say to the compiler I want to extend vehicle is the keyword extends vehicle. So at this point, this means my class airplane will get all the attributes of vehicle and all the methods. In this case, we have only, I can do control click on vehicle, the getters and setters. So airplane, when an object of type airplane will be instantiated, will have all the attributes also of vehicle, so chassis number and color, and the getters and setters. All right. I did airplane this way because I wanted you to see one more time how to code a Java class. So we have our attributes. We are going to do our constructor. I'm doing Control A to select every attribute to have all the getters and setters. Okay. And I could do also a constructor overload, as you know, selecting all the attributes also. Same for the car class. Public class car extends vehicle. Yeah, because a car and a plane needs to have a chassis number and a color. All right. So same thing. I'm going to do my constructor and my getter and setters. So I hope this is clear for you for now, what I'm doing. As you can see, there's no need, there's no point to instantiate an object of type vehicle because a vehicle has only 2 attributes, and this is not good at all. I will do pretty much nothing with such an object. So I need to instantiate, for instance, an airplane that extends vehicle, all right? But I do not want to write my 2 attributes in my airplane, such as chassis number and color, because if I do so, I will have to write it also to car. So the vehicle, one more time, an abstract class is a way to make your code lighter, and if I need to change something here, it will be changed on all my child classes. All right. So I think we are good to go to do some practice on the main method. Let me check. So one more time, vehicle is the abstract class, airplane extends vehicle, car extends the vehicle also, all the getters, the setters, the constructors, we're good to go. So I wanted to show you first that with what's inside a Java class, you have, we wrote a default constructor with nothing, no parameters, and one with all the attributes set at the same time we are instantiating the object. You have to know that all Java class are extends object. This is the super class, I would say the mother class in Java. So even if you are not writing your constructor, see, on Airplane, I'm not writing any constructor, I can do an instance of my airplane. Let me show you. As you can see, I am able to access the constructor of my airplane even if I didn't code it, if I didn't write it in my class. Look, I'm doing a control plus click on the constructor, and surprisingly, I'm jumping to my Java class. The IntelliJ knows where I'm going, but as you can see, I didn't write it. This is because my airplane class, all my classes, every class that are coded in Java will extend a class that you cannot see here, which is object. So in this case, airplane will extend vehicle, and vehicle will extend object. So I will have this constructor because object is giving me this default constructor, okay? Yeah, IntelliJ is not happy because I'm writing one more time airplane, and airplane also exists later on in the scope. Anyway, so I hope this is clear. You do not have to write your constructor because or your Java class will extend object. Anyway, one thing you need to know also about this is when you are going to write a constructor on overload this way, so the constructor that set all the attributes at the instantiation, you will lose the access to the default constructor because the compiler will see this constructor and will lead you immediately to this one and is expecting from you to write the attributes. Let me check, let me show you. Expected 4 arguments, but found 0. So if you want, after writing the overload constructor, to keep using the default constructor, you got to write it. Okay, so one more time, if I'm having no constructors at all, as my class is extending object, I can have, because object gave it to my airplane class, my default constructor. If I start writing the overload constructor this way, I will lose the access to the default constructor. I will have to write it one more time. Anyway, I hope this is clear for you. And let's continue about the inheritance and instantiate object. I'm not allowed, I wrote it here in comments, I'm not allowed to do an instance of an object of type vehicle because, as you know now, vehicle is an abstract class. So this is not allowed. If I try to do so, IntelliJ will tell me this is an abstract class, okay? Vehicle is abstract, cannot be instantiated, okay? It will offer you to do some weird things, make vehicle not abstract, but you shouldn't do that. Make sure before hitting on what is offering IntelliJ to really understand what it's offering you, okay? Unless you could destroy your code or do things you do not handle at all. So I'm doing an instance of an object of type vehicle, in this case, line 17, vehicle equal new car. This is allowed. I can do that because a car extends a vehicle. So the compiler allows it because I would say, keep in mind, you can use the constructor of a child of a superclass, it will work because it extends it. So it is okay. But if you do so, you have to understand you are instantiating an object of type vehicle. So in vehicle, I'm having only two attributes with the getters and setters. So doing this expression, I will not have the right to use the getters and setters and all the attributes. I will not be able to access all the attributes of my car because those are public, but I did not instantiate them. So this is really important to understand it. If you are respecting the conventions and doing your getters and setters public and your attributes private, if you do this, as you can see, I can use the setter from vehicle, but when I'm trying to access a setter of my vehicle, of my car, I will not be able to reach it, okay? Because my object is of type vehicle. So to be able to access all your getters and setters of your car, the easiest way is to do an instance of type car. Car equal new car, sorry. So in this case, I can, of course, access both. This is the way to go. This is the easiest way to go. I can access my setters from car, setters set model, car.set model is okay. It's for my car class. But I can access also the setter of my abstract class, superclass, vehicle, all right? So to summarize, make sure you're doing an object of the type of the class you want to instantiate, at least at the beginning as a beginner. It is a way better way to do things and way easier to understand. I'm doing an output showing you what's inside it to show you how setter worked. And I'm doing pretty much the same thing with airplane equal new airplane, and I can set the chassis number, okay? So I hope this is clear. Make sure you're doing it again and again. This is not easy to understand at the first time. And when you are comfortable with this, I will catch you in the next lecture.